everybody. Today you can see by the screen what we're doing. Ever since I've been putting this 411 computer in this car, I've been getting a bunch of messages about the tuning of it. So today's the day. So I am by no means an expert tuner or nothing like that. I played around with it and I seem to get the results that I look for. So in my car, this is a stock tune for, as you can see here, 2001 van. This is the computer that I put in my 93 Trans Am. So one of the first things I want to do is I went to once you get HPtuners, they have a tune repository on their website. And I grabbed a stock LS1 Camaro tune. So I'm going to grab that here. I'm going to use that to compare my tune for, because there's some aspects of my tune that I got to use Camaro stuff for. So let's start out with this here system. This is the first thing I need to get rid of. If you do not have VATS, is like your security system, as you can tell. Unless you basically have this in a stock car, you want to turn that off. Otherwise, it's not going to start. So it looks like our fuel cuts out 255. I think that's plenty high enough. My car is a manual transmission. So I want to, this here is the main file. This here is the compare file. The compare file is the Camaro file. So I can click on this and it'll show me what the Camaro has. And it has, this is park neutral drive. This is for automatic. So I want to do that to this one. Go ahead and do none. Okay, now the fans. Now mine, no fans. The van has a mechanical fan, doesn't use a computer. However, the Camaro has T fans, and it has all this. I'm just going to copy everything. So back to my tune, we can need T fans. Looks like everything is different. So I'm just going to copy everything from the Camaro because I'm basically using that same setup. So let's see here. It's going to be kind of boring. T26, T19, and 30. T26, T19, 30. And keep going. 35, 32, 215. So 35, 32, 215. 190.5 and 0.2. 190.5. 0.2. What was this last one? 50. 50. Okay, let's see what this next fan. 234, 227. This is too many numbers. I'm going to do two at a time. 234 and 227. 234, 227. 248, 208. 248, 208. 0.4, 0.3, and 30. 0.4, 0.3, 30. Over here we got 65, 235, and 150. 65, 235, and 150. Alright. Yep, everything's the same. This is a compare file. This shows the difference between the two, which should be 0 if I copied it correctly. Okay, the AC, I'm also using the same setup as the Camaro, so I'm just going to copy it. So they have fan number 2 and analog. Fan number 2, analog. Over here, 4294. 4294. And then 3950. 3950. 100% and 0. Those two are the same. Okay, so I tuned the air conditioning and my fans. Got rid of my VAT subs on the wrong one. Everything looks good. So I think we're good there. Speedo. Okay, we gotta get rid of this limiter. Don't make the mistake I made one time. I had one that was limited to 155 miles an hour, which I don't usually go faster than, even on the drag strip. So I just like left it. And then I went and had the car dynoed, and it was cutting out because on a dyno they run over that. So I would recommend just set it to the max, which says right here 256 is the max. Or maybe it's 255 because it give me a little thing there. Okay, so this is not going to limit the car until I hit 255 miles an hour, which is impossible. So basically this disables fuel limiter. There we go. Okay, transmission. General. It should say transmission type. Here it is. Okay, manual, which is going to be what this is. I don't see what the stuff matters much if I have a manual. Here's what I need to do for this is all for the manual. So it looks like 25,171. Well, actually, that's the skip shift, which I don't want. This is all that. So here's what we're going to do. This says above this throttle position would disable KX routine. Above this throttle position. So we'll gotta get back on ours. Well, that's actually pretty good right there, 0%. So if it's above 0%, which it always will be, it's disabled. So that basically disables it. Reverse lockout. 3 and 2, that don't seem like a super bad idea. Why not? 3 and 2. Torque management, what's this? Yeah, just disable that. Just like the Camaro is. Disable. There's your 0. Probably doesn't matter if it's disabled, but what the hell, we'll throw it in there. What are these? So zero this out. So you can hit the corner here, it'll highlight everything. Put a 0 there, it equals all zeros. Same thing. 0 equals. What's the difference here? Yeah, all zeros again. Alright. I think that's good enough. There's some things in here for the shifting of the transmission. That's that one. This one's all zeros. It's just because I think it's just because they're not using it. I don't think if it actually has numbers in it, it's going to do anything because it's set on manual transmission. I guess I'll find out later. So I'm gonna leave that alone. Engine. This is a diagnosis. This is like check engine lights and stuff. I'm not gonna get into that right now. Let's go to engine. So one of the things I need to change right away is right here. Injector flow rate. I got bigger injectors on this thing. My injectors are actually at this PSI 34.1. So that's going to be important because that's a big difference. So we got that. And so my car's kind of actually similar to this 350 Vortech. The heads are similar port, or not port, but combustion chambers is a similar size on the LT1s and the Vortex. So my spark should work fine. However, it looks like it's pretty low. So I'm gonna tweak that later. I want to get this thing running. I'll worry about kind of performance stuff later. I'll make more videos if I play with it more. Basically, I got a 350 Vortech tune. I got the VATs off. I changed my AC and my fans to a Camaro system. I fixed for my injectors. I'm gonna have to. It's not gonna want to idle. I'm gonna have to crank the idle up. I guess I might as well do that now. So looks like the bottom should all be zeros right here with this manual trains. I'm gonna copy this Camaro spec here. So when you're copying a whole table like that, you can highlight the whole thing or come over here at copy, go back to your table, hit paste, and now I got the idle speed the same as the LS1. So that should make it idle a little easier. The LS motors have way different sparks, so I'm going to keep it where it is, but I'll have to change it because it looked like it was pretty low. It's not really made for performance, it's for a van. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave us alone. The other thing I got to do is come in here, DTCs. So I'm just going to go through here and find things that are going to be a problem for me. So here's your O2 circuit. Bank 1, sensor 1. That's the first one that basically runs your car. You need that one. Sensor 2, right here. We want to turn off everything on this thing. So SNS, SES enable, that's going to make it so the check engine light does not come on. Bank 1, sensor 2, anything sensor 2. So then you also want to come over here and do no error reported. Oh. So it's just like it was never even supposed to come on in the first place. Okay. Come down here, found some more, right? Sensor 2. Sensor 2, sensor 2, sensor 2. No error reported. Okay. Now you gotta be careful with this. I mean, you can go through and turn off everything and your check engine light would never come on for anything. But that wouldn't be real good because you want to know important things. What we got here? We're using the knock sensor. Here we go, EGR. So there. So we got EGR. Let me scroll down here. EGR, secondary air injection system. We got to turn that off. Catalyst. This is when if you don't have any cats, you get PO420 in that. So and evap and the fuel level sender. We're not using that. So basically, this is already no mill light. Okay, let's just go ahead. Change that. Okay, so everything between here and there needs to go away. Sorry, this is so tedious. This is already no error reported. This one. And this one. And then make sure these are all unchecked. Come on, there you go. What else we got here? System voltage. That might be for alternator. I'm not going to have it hooked up. That might be something I get into. You don't have to have the perfect tune the first time. You can just, you and you gotta check engine light, see what it is. If it's something that you forgot to disable, just disable it. It's not a big deal. Okay, these are heated oxygen sensors. Bank 1, sensor 1. These are all sensor 1. So we should be good there. There's a lot of stuff here. I think I'm going to leave that where it is right now. It's close enough to get it running, I think. We got that. Airflow. I might have to play with my, not that, the auto air control is around here somewhere. I'm not going to do it right now. I'm going to wait till we got it in the car and the car's running. But, torque management. What is this crap? Max torque. Max torque is going to be, look right here, 640 is the max. I don't want my computer to limit my torque, so I want all of it. It's out of range. What the hell? Okay, well that's the 630 is close enough. I don't have nowhere near that kind of power. It's already max. Okay. Traction control. Need all that disabled. What is this? Okay, all zeros. Pretty much done. I'm just kind of looking through real quick. There is more with the deleting the cats. I think it has okay, here's some more stuff I found. Air pump disable, temperature. So if you look at this on the bottom, it says below this coolant temperature, the air pump is disabled. Below. So let's go -40, right? It's going to be disabled all the time. EGR enabled. Now disable that. What we got here? Shift light. Looks pretty good. Let's see what all they got. I've seen some near stuff. I'm just kind of familiarizing myself with this. See if there's anything that stands out that I can or should get rid of. Right here. Cat over temp protection. This is you disable this. That's for with your catalytic converters. We don't need that crap. That's what I was looking for. Okay, so I think that's a pretty decent start. One of the other things I want to touch on, somebody else, he was doing a 411 swap, and he was wanting to run the coil near plugs like the LS1s have, and I told him I would kind of cover that too. So I'm doing a Vortech 350 with a distributor in the back. This is already basically set up for it. If you want the coil on the plug, you got first they got to have a 24x crank sensor or reluctor. The wheel has to be 24x. Mine's only 4. So if you got 24x, you can basically run your car like it's an LS1. You do have to rewire your injector and your ignition coils, because the firing order is different. So I don't think you're going to change the firing order on the tune, but you are going to rewire it. So small block Chevys and LT1s, 18436572. I don't know why first is the third thing on here, but that's small block Chevy. LS1 is different. I think 7 and 4 are swapped, and 2 and 3. I believe that's what it is. Yeah. So when you wire your car up, you're going to swap. Whenever it says injector 3, you're going to wire up injector 2. And same with 7 and 4, also with your coil pack. So I think you would leave this alone then on your. You're gonna start with the LS tune. This is starting with a Vortech 350 tune. You're not going to do that. You're going to start with the LS tune, and you're going to wire it different. And the other thing you have to do is, I think it's under airflow. Right here. It's under fuel. Injector bank select. So let's say you rewired your cylinders, right? But cylinder 5, for whatever reason, is running lean. Okay? It's going to want to compensate for that, but it might think it's on the other side of the engine. You have 2 banks, you know, 2 banks of 4 on a V8. So it needs to know on which bank the injectors are in. So what you probably want to do is you're going to have your LS1 tune here. Get a copy of the van tune, which is what I'm on right now. So you're going to have this stock on an LS car, and you're going to want to copy this and put it on yours, and that's going to make the injectors on the right bank. And I think that's about it. It should run. I mean, you're going to have to do some tuning with the fuel and the air and stuff, but that's for another video. This is just basic setup and get it to run. So that's going to be it. It's pretty simple. Tuning a car is actually pretty easy. The spark and the fuel, it basically tells you what you need to do. You know, if it's running lean, it'll tell you, and you can. It's not hard to tune, but I don't even have the car all the way together yet. I got this tune out of the computer, but once the car is running and everything and fired up, I'll make adjustments to the tune, and you can kind of see how to tune it, and it's pretty similar unless you're doing something super drastic. Adjusting the spark and the fuel isn't really a big deal. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and save this tune. File, save as. What the hell is this? You don't have a license for this file. Actually, I do. Oh, this is awesome. That's the all working. It's not gonna let me save it. See, I actually usually tune on my other computer, and I just put HPtuners on this one so I could record the screen, because I have that on this computer, and apparently something didn't carry over where they'll let me save. So I'll be doing this all over again, but oh well. Anyway guys, that's going to be it. I hope this video helped you out. You got any questions, you can ask them in the comments. I'll try to answer them. And have a good day, and I'll catch you guys next time.